Hello. Welcome back. This is the third video in a row which I'm recording, so I feel like my pronunciation isn't going to be really good. But today's topic of this video is how can one hobby change your whole life? I also have some notes again, so sorry if I'm looking kind of really down. The first point, you are most likely going to school or work. And after that, you probably just waste your time scrolling, playing video games, looking around, doing nothing, just wasting time. And you basically don't want to do it. So, what is it? Sorry. That's most likely the reason why, or you maybe don't feel the best about yourself. All you need to do, and all you need to do to fix that, is to just find one hobby which you're going to do every single day or most of the days from the week. It could be anything, some kind of sports, gym, reading, painting, I don't know, gardening, anything. You have to try to think about what you like to do when you were a child. You can ask your parents, your friends, ChatGPT, anyone, and try to find one hobby. And how do you know it's the one you want to do for the rest of the next year? You just choose one, try it for a day or two, and see. If you like it, you stick with it. If you don't like it, you don't do it and try another one. There's nothing complicated with it. And how do you stick to the hobby? You have to set some goals. Because if you have some goals, you know where you're going, you know what you want to accomplish. So you set a big goal, and ideally, beneath that one big goal, you set some smaller goals. So it makes some kind of staircase. For example, if your new chosen hobby is running, your big goal is that you want to run 10 kilometers in one session. But it is pretty insane because you never run before and you will most likely won't be able to do it, to accomplish it. So you set some small goals, and it can be something simple as just setting the same goal but in like a small measurement. So 10 kilometers is the main goal, 9 is the smaller goal, 8, 7, 6, 5, all the way down to like 1 kilometer. So it will take you on track, it will take you entertained, because you are most likely able to run 1 kilometer in like 1 weeks of training. You'll be able to run 2 kilometers in like 3 weeks of training. You'll be likely to run 5 kilometers in like 3 months of training. I don't know. They will just have some goals, some small goals, some steps you have to complete, and you will go for it. Track your progress. Another point. You have to track some kind of your progress, because if you don't see progress, you won't be likely to enjoy it and to do more of it. So again, if your new hobby is running, you have to see some kind of progress. So every time you run, you write down how much you run and how much time it did take you, how did you feel, and you track it. Because it can happen that after some time of running, when you become really good, you are basically running 10 kilometers every single day in some kind of time. And if you don't track anything, you'll feel like you're not going anywhere, because the times are becoming all the same, you're still running the same route, and you don't see how fast you actually run. I don't know if there's anybody stupid as that, if he's running to complete some kind of mileage and he isn't tracking his time. But you know what I mean, you have to track some kind of stats or measurements from the hobby you're doing. I don't know if you can apply it for gardening, like how many carrots did you grow up this year. So I don't know, try to find anything. Make sure it's right after or before some kind of block of school or work. because, as I said, you are most likely going to work or school, and after it, you just sit down and scroll or play some games. So you want to put your hobby right after it. The best scenario is that you go right after the school or work to the gym or for a run or to your garden, because it will reduce the risk of you sitting down, just laying around. Bring a friend or find one. This is a pretty big point, because everything you do, it is always better to do it with somebody. Not everything, but most of the hobbies, it is most of the time better to do it with somebody, with your friend, or you can find a new friends doing the hobby. Example from me, I was going to the gym for like 2 years straight with my friend, and these were the best years of my lifting career, if I can call it like that. And after those 2 years, we moved out, everyone different city, and now I used to work out on my own, which was pretty good. I enjoy it, but it wasn't the same as with the friend, because there's nobody to like motivate you. There's nobody to remind you to actually go to the gym, to do your hobby you choose. And it is just not fun. You wouldn't go to the school if there was no friends. You wouldn't go to some adventures if there was no friends. So find a friend or bring one. You can just tell your video game friend to go to the garden and grow some carrots or go for a run. It is nothing difficult. Another point, obsess over your hobby. If you finally find your hobby, you have to obsess over it. You have to learn about it, try to not that much, but you can watch some content about it. You can find some tips, you can find some motivation for it. You just have to make sure that you are giving that hobby most of the time as you can. Or not only the hobby, but the goal is do not waste any of your time by scrolling or playing video games. So if you find that hobby and you obsess over it and you read about it, you listen about it, you talk about it, you are most likely to not have any more time in the day for wasting your time. So if you go to the gym, let's say you have like 6 hours of free time. You go to the gym for 2 hours. You spend 1 hour of talking in the gym with some other lifters, your friends. You spend another hour of reading about some exercises or some techniques, and you spend another hour of watching some fitness influencers. You basically don't have much time left to scroll and do something useless. But be careful, don't overdo it, and don't spend like 4 hours of watching random fitness content. And the final point of this video is to remember the ultimate goal. Find the one hobby which you really love, which you really like, and don't have any more time for anything under which doesn't make sense. I already said that, but I want you to remember it. You have to make sure that you don't have any time in your day to play games, video games, or to just lay around and scroll and to waste your time. I hope it made sense, and that you will find or try to find your new hobby right away. Do your best all the time, and thank you for watching. Goodbye.